Who is the Water Stiller?
She is of the prophecies. She will bring an end to strife and unite our people.
How can I prove that I'm the Water Stiller?
You have uncovered the ancient shrine and brought light to the darkness. But this could be just chance. You must show us the witness you carry of your mission to the balance.
The talisman! Damn, I lost it when the storm hit us.
You must also kill a Snapjaw with a spear, and then you will have proven yourself to us. Once you have done this, we will aid you in your quest to make us one people.
Where do I begin?
Take this spear and slaughter a Snapjaw. This must be done to prove your strength, and to prove you are of the Miram.
Where do I find the Snapjaw?
If you are the Water Stiller, you will find a way.
I'm wet. I'm I'll need something to bring back to prove that I killed the Snapjaw. This tooth will do just fine. Oh man, that's sharp. I had no idea a Snapjaw had razor teeth. If I did, better not think about that now. It's my talisman! What incredible luck! It's a big secret. It's a small niche containing what appears to be a shard of a stone. It's a piece of the stone disc. No, wait. It's only one half of a piece. It looks like it's been divided in two. Strange. Here's proof of my mission. A magical talisman with the sign of the balance. It means that I'm the 13th guardian of the balance.
You have fulfilled that part of the prophecy. If you fulfill the rest, we will acknowledge you as the Water Stiller.
I've taken from you the object you've kept hidden for generations. It's part of the disc that will restore the balance and save the twin worlds from chaos.
You have fulfilled that part of the prophecy. If you fulfill the rest, we will acknowledge you as the Water Stiller.
Here's a tooth from the dreaded Snapjaw that guarded the shipwreck, proof of my strength and courage.
You have indeed fulfilled all but one of the prophecies. You might yet be the Water Stiller. We would not have thought she would come in our lifetime.
Good. Then you'll take me to your sleeping god.
There is but one more prophecy you must fulfill.
There's more? Sure, there's always more. That's the fun part about prophecies.
You must unite our people once again.
But you said you were united, that there's no strife between Miram.
The Water Stiller will come to bring our people together again, to unite us and save us. This has still not come to pass. Until you do so, the prophecies of the Water Stiller have not fully come to pass.
I think I know now what the prophecies mean when they say your people will be reunited. The Miram are at peace with each other, yes? You're not at peace with the Elation, the Wind Demons.
They are our enemies.
Right now they might be, but it wasn't always like that. Not according to the carvings in the temple cave.
What do you mean?
Once upon a time, long ago, the Miram and the Elation were one people.
What? This is heresy.
I'm just telling you what I saw in your temple. This was a very long time ago, and the one species soon divided in two. One sought refuge in the sea, the other on the winds. But both the Miram and the Elation were dependent on the other for various reasons, amongst them Tenyen, which was abundant where the two people lived in close proximity to each other. Apparently, there was peace between your two people for a very long time, but then something happened, something that caused a war to break out. Both the Elation and the Miram moved far away from each other, and ever since then, your people have had a tough time finding Tenyen. I think the only way to save the Miram from a slow death, and the Elation as well probably, is to reconcile you with your, common ancestry.
How can we believe you, Water Stiller? Your words are too outrageous, and the consequences, were you to be speaking the truth, are grave.
If you don't believe me, check out the temple walls. The whole story has been recorded there, probably when you first came to this place.
But what will our people say? What will they think when we tell them they are brothers and sisters to the winged demons?
You're their queen, and so you'll have to make them understand and accept their heritage. As must the Elation, I expect, and I don't think it will be any easier for them to come to terms with their history.
You must go to them, then, to find if our temple speaks the truth, and if they are willing to speak with us like civilized people.
I guess I must, Water Stiller or not. If you don't reunite with them, you will die, eventually.
We will bring you to the shores of their closest island, and we will await word from you on their answer.
Does this mean you believe me?
You are the Water Stiller. You are prophecy. We will follow your directions and fulfill our destiny. One of our people will bring you to Elias, a night's journey from here. Once there, you will find the Elation and speak with their leaders. If they agree to meet, then we will do so in a place of your choosing.
I promise I'll do my best. Goodbye.
Safe journey, Water Stiller. We will hold on to the piece of the disc you found in the temple. If the winged demons, the Elation, agree to meet us, we will bring the stone.
April! You're alive! You're here! You're soaking wet! Where did you go? I thought you drowned. I was completely miserable. And the chicks on this island are so prissy. They don't even care for a kiss unless you're all settled down with a nest in your own territory.
Glad to see you haven't lost the gift of the gab, Crow.
Lady, you have no idea how limited bird Twitter can be. It's all, hi this and here I am that, all damn day long. I haven't had a decent conversation in days.
Well, you're making up for it now.
I never know when you're gonna go AWOL on me again.
I had a little adventure under the sea.
Oh? I didn't know humans had gills.
We don't. Well, I do. I think. At least I can breathe underwater now.
Cool. Not as cool as being able to fly, of course, but still. Hey, does that mean you're a mermaid?
Hardly. I don't have a tail. What did you do after I saw you last?
Well, it took a while, but I found land. Not this island, just a rock with a couple of trees, basically. But when I went back to tell you, you disappeared. I thought you'd gone bonkers from thirst and hunger and drowned yourself or something, so I decided I'd better find solid ground myself or I'd suffer the same fate. And then I found this place. Nice, isn't it? And the best part is, there are no hunters. Only a bunch of big crabs on the east side of the island and a volcano.
I'm gonna walk around for a bit, Crow.
I'll just stay here and preen myself, thank you very much.
I could really do with a change of clothing, like a bikini and a pair of sunglasses. I could get lost if I just wander off into the jungle with no idea what the island looks like or where I'm heading. What can you tell me about the island, Crow?
Only what I've been able to see from above. There's a volcano, dead I think, and lots of jungle, and some nice beaches.
I'd like to explore the jungle, but I'm afraid I'm gonna get lost. Any ideas?
Well, I could stay airborne and keep track of where you are. That way I could direct you if... Sorry, when you get lost.
Sounds like a super plan, Crow.
Let's go.
The rumbling is much fiercer here, and the ground is really shaking. It's definitely seismic. It has got to be emanating from this volcanic mountain. I mean, it looks dead, but it must be about to wake up or erupt or something. Great. After surviving a shipwreck, being kidnapped by fishes, and learning to breathe in water, I'm about to die in a volcanic eruption? Isn't that ironic? It's a keyhole. It's a small, eye-sized aperture with a crystal in it, like a lens. Maybe some kind of telescope? I don't see anything interesting. What a strange symbol. It's a keyhole. That's one mother of a tree. It's got to be at least 100 meters tall. And what's that in the tree crown? Looks like a man-made construction. It's some kind of giant crab. Sounds like the poor thing's in a lot of pain. Yeah, the shell does look way too tight. Maybe he's outgrown it but can't shed it. Or whatever it's called. just take a shot here and ask you, is there any chance you speak, like, a real language, like, Arcadian or English? Okay. Now, is there some kind of magic I have to learn, or potion I have to drink, or eat, or ingest in some way to learn your language? Because that's usually how it goes. No? Too bad, although I'm glad I don't have to draw blood or swallow a stone or something. Can't help but feel that you're asking me for help, though. It's the strangest thing. After all, you're just clicking your claws, aren't you? It's not as if you're really talking, is it? It's an old fireplace. The top half of the statue depicts a creature with a big mouth calling out. The top half of the statue bottom part of the statue depicts a creature with large ears listening to something. It's a triangular hole, like a keyhole. It's a creature with a big mouth. It's a creature with large ears. It's the village of the giant crabs. Hey, that sounds like a great name for a B-movie. Village of the Giant Crabs. Clear, unpolluted waters, overflowing with life. Just one more reason why Arcadia is both the vacationers' and environmental activists' wet dream. I can't break the shell. It's too thick and solid. The top half of the statue depicts a big It's a deep hole, more like a crevice, actually, caused by some kind of seismic activity. God, it must be at least 50 meters down. The crevice widens out into a huge cave just below, and there's water at the bottom. There's a large cave down there. It's a long rope. Big nests, once housing the elation, but now empty and in disrepair. It's the remains of a stone structure that probably fell down here through the crevice. There's a piece amongst the rubble that looks like a bolt or a key. It's intact. That's a Marum City. It's a deserted Marum City. It's the ruins of an old city. It's a statue standing in the ruins of a city. I can see a statue on a cliff overlooking the sea. I don't see anything interesting. I don't see anything interesting. I don't see anything interesting. It's a statue just below a really tall tree. I don't see anything interesting. Somebody's looking back at me. Oh, wait. That's just my eye. The lens is turned into a mirror. I don't see anything interesting. It's a statue standing in the ruins of a city. That's a huge tree. There's a lot. Dried twigs and sticks. Dried twigs and sticks. It's a triangular hole, like a keyhole. It's a triangular hole, like a keyhole. Shh. Who's there?
Shut up.
I know there's somebody there. I heard you.
Is she gone?
Nope. She's still around.
Shut up, shut up, shut up.
If you won't come out, I'll just sit down here and wait. Sooner or later, you'll have to show yourself.
Solar eclipse!
Oh my God!
Ah!
I hate this place. I so hate it, I can't even sit down without crushing the natives.
Big person alert!
This is too freaky.
You think it's freaky? What about us? There's a large human stumbling around on her lumpy, wobbly legs. That's what we proper-sized folks call a natural disaster.
Watch it. Nobody calls me large or lumpy to my face.
Big bone, then! You're a bulldozer with a brain, lady. You're an accident waiting to happen. At least to us stick men.
What's a stick man?
An unlucky bugger doomed to a miserable life of stiff backs and monotonous drudgery in the shadow of a mother tree.
Happy little fella, ain't ya?
You have no idea.
So, you guys are stickmen.
That's right. I'm Wick. This is Willow. And that dumb-looking one over there is Woody. And this is our mother tree.
What's a mother tree?
What do you mean, what's a mother tree? It's a mother tree. How difficult can it be? It's our mother, and it's a tree. It's a mother tree.
What do stickmen do?
What do we do? What do we do? What do you mean, what do we do?
Well, the people in this world always do something. Like the Banda dug tunnels in the earth. The Merim killed Snapjaw and covered their houses with Tanyen. You gotta do something.
Hey, it ain't easy being a stick, let me tell you. You got your stiff back and limbs, your fear of fire and water, your 300 years of miserable boredom, and then you have to get planted and raise a family. It ain't easy.
So, you're not doing anything worthwhile then?
Lady, I'm miserable. I'm grumpy, and I got a headache. What do you want from me?
Where do the Elation live?
The Elation? The guys with wings? Up in the volcano. There's an old city in there. I think they're squatting.
How do I get into the volcano?
You don't. The road collapsed a few centuries ago, and when traders come, the Elation fly down to meet them. Nobody goes up there anymore.
What's that constant rumbling noise?
Lady, you have no idea what we have to endure. All day, all night, that noise is just murder. It all started when Quaman, the quiet giant, would you believe that's what we used to call him, was banished by the Orowal from his perfect fishing place to some remote place in the forest.
Whoa, information overload. Let's step back for a minute to fill in the details. Who's Quaman, the quiet giant?
He's the scariest human we've ever seen. He stands tall as a mountain and uses whole trees for toothpicks. But he was the quiet type and reasonably gentle for a human. He'd spend his days out by the Orowal village, catching fish and frying fish and eating fish, and looking out across the ocean, dreaming about loose women or whatnot.
What happened to get the quiet giant banished from that place?
The Orowal got scared when he accidentally stepped on one of their young ones. He didn't do any real harm, but they banished him from their village nonetheless, and told him to go far into the forest.
Who are the Orowal?
They're the crab-like creatures who live down by the sea. They're nice people, if a little crabby. And it's hard to understand what they're saying half the time.
Where's Quaman now?
Somewhere in the forest east of here, we don't know where exactly. He went there to get as far away from the Orowal as possible.
So what does all this have to do with the rumbling noise?
Oh, I was getting to that. If you just let me get a word in edgewise.
I just had some questions is all.
Anyway, Quaman is the brooding type. And he takes everything so to heart, he got instantly depressed and went to sleep.
And what is he doing now?
Still sleeping. That's the problem.
But how long ago was it that the Orowal banished him?
The last full moon, nearly 30 sunsets passed.
He's been sleeping for a month?
He was depressed. What do you want, lady? Once I got so miserable I slept for 8 years. And let me tell you, those 8 years were the happiest of my life.
I still don't understand what this has to do with the rumbling noise.
See that statue over there?
Sure. What's up with that?
Back when the Dalmari lived on this island ages ago, they put these statues up all around the island so that they could speak with each other.
You're kidding. So they're like telephones?
Tell her what? I don't know what that is. The thing is, these statues are all connected through magic. And when you speak into one, your voice flies through the air and comes out of another statue.
But I still don't understand.
You saw the big head up by the mountain?
Yes?
That's the one they use to talk to everyone on the island, to warn people of storms or to hold evening prayer. It's connected to the statues as well. And Quaman is sleeping right next to a statue's ear.
I get it. Resonance. He's snoring and the deep bass reverberating through the loudspeaker, the big head, causes a resonance that vibrates the entire island. But can't you just wake him up?
We don't know where he is. We're not much for exploring this forest. There's water and fire and monkeys. Monkeys like to play with sticks. We don't like monkeys.
But can't you just, send your voice to his statue to wake him up?
There are 4 problems with that. Number 1, all the statues have an assigned symbol, an identifying mark, but we don't know which his is. Second, most of the statues are broken in some way or another.
What do you mean?
Some statues can only talk to certain other statues. Some can't be spoken to, and some can't hear, which makes it very difficult to get a connection through to where you want to send your voice. Number 3, in order to use the statues, you need a key. We don't have it. We don't know where it is.
And number 4?
We're stickmen, lady. What do you think? We don't know much about magic or magical devices. And
what?
We're not too smart, okay? There, I said it. We're not too smart. And when you look at Woody over there, who's pretty stupid by stickman standards, that's a pretty scary thought.
Sorry I asked.
Hi, I'm Willow. Wick's the oldest. Woody's the youngest. And I'm just stuck in the middle, as always. Don't let me keep you. Wick's the boss, as always. Go talk to him.
Hello, I'm Woody. They call me the stupid one, 'cause I'm kinda slow, so don't let me keep you busy. I was born with a big brain, so I can't move as fast as my 2 brothers. I can only do useless stuff like calculations and design, and I play a few instruments, and I'm writing a book on the flora and fauna of Elias.
He's a stickman. I guess he's not around. I should try again later. It's a statue standing in the ruins of a city. I can see a statue on a cliff overlooking the sea. I don't see anything interesting. I don't see anything interesting. I don't see anything interesting. It's a statue just below a really tall tree. I don't see anything interesting. Somebody's looking back at me. Oh, I don't see anything interesting. It's a statue standing in the ruins of a city. The bottom half of the statue depicts a... It's a triangular hole, like a keyhole.